Welcome to Lincoln Elementary. I'm Dara Gee, the principal, and I'd like to have you come on in our building so you can see some of the wonderful things going on, and let me share with you some of the volunteer opportunities we have. It's a Saturday morning and things are happening here at Lincoln Elementary. As you can see behind me, I've got my music teacher working with a bunch of kids who are on the jump rope team. We're having a jump rope clinic because our kids need these extra activities. But while they're doing that, let me show you our stage. It's kind of a disaster area. As you can see, things have been just thrown up on the stage with no organization. We could really use some help with parents coming up, opening up these closets, volunteers. If you like to organize stuff, we don't even know what we have in these closets. They're just thrown in there. This is our clothes closet / school supply storage / laundry room. And as you can see, we've got a lot going on here, but it needs to be organized so that it is better usable for volunteers and for our teachers as they're looking for things. In here, we just have lots of clothes that have been donated that we fold up and we throw in there, but we don't really have them sized. So when we have children that come down, we don't really know where to start looking because it's all just kind of jumbled in here together. We've done pretty well with our shoes. You can see we've got a good shoe collection started back here. And over here we've got underwear in the top, but once again, we go through the boys' underwear quite often because of accidents. And then here's school supplies, and Centenary gave us a bunch of this stuff, and Walmart's donated a lot, and we've done pretty well with that, but could use a little more help with organization. One of the things that we've been needing volunteers for is to help us create a teacher's workroom. Where I'm standing right now is one of the oldest parts of the building. I refer to it as the dungeon. If you look right here, this is what our teachers had for their workroom. This pulls down, it's a paper cutter, kind of dangerous. This is our roll of bulletin board paper, but it was just not a very good place to work. What you're looking at now is what formerly used to be the art room. It wasn't being used because we lost our art teacher, so we decided to divide it in half so that part of it could be turned into a workroom for our teachers, and the other half will still be usable for meetings, for like IEPs and stuff. But you can see they've gotten us some nice shelving, organized the construction paper in the corner, and are just helping us bring it all together so the teachers have a nice place to come and work. We could use volunteers to come and do laminating. We have a laminating machine. It's not a hard job, but it takes a lot of time, and so we'd love to have some volunteers come and help with that. This is one of our first grade classes, and if you can count really fast, you'll see that there's 29 desks in here. Our first grade classes are very large. That's one of the reasons we could use some volunteers to help give these students the one-on-one they need to make sure that all their reading skills are in place and they're ready to move on to second grade. This is the Lincoln Library, and as you can see, it's wonderful. It's one of the best places in our building, and it's where the kids really like to come. However, we do have students who are non-readers here at Lincoln, so we could use volunteers who would come in and do basic sight word flashcards with them. We've got kindergartners who still don't know their letters of the alphabet, so anytime you want to come in and just work with a small group of kids on basic reading skills, we can give you the flashcards, we could give you little books to read with them, and you just come in and work with them. The only thing we really ask with volunteers is that if you come, you make sure you can do it on a regular basis. Our students don't have a lot of stability in their home, and so we like to keep things as often and as clear as we can here. So if you come in, maybe get 2 or 3 people so you don't have to do it all the time, and just make sure that as much as possible you can be here with our kids. One of the things we've come up with is if we had some people who wanted to volunteer to come in and just kind of monitor the students while they're on the computers, you know, answer questions, easy programs that are about math and reading, then our teachers would be free to come over to a small table like this with 2 or 3 students and do some one-on-one teaching with them. And so that would be a great help for a volunteer if they wanted to come and work at Lincoln and work with our technology. Next week, this will be the scene of Lincoln's very first track fun day. The bottom field out there south of the building, we're going to have a 60-yard dash, a 30-yard dash, and a softball throw. 3 events going for our students, and we could really use some volunteers to come up and just help us to put things out, get it set up, organize it. So if you're a sports-oriented person or you just like being outside, this coming Wednesday, October 16th, we would love to have you come to Lincoln. We'll have a morning event starting about 9:10, 9:15 and going to 11:30. And in the afternoon, we'll go about 1:15 till about 3:45. So come on out and have some fun with our kids.
The best thing about Lincoln, we have the best teachers.
The best thing about Lincoln is it's been up for many years and it is a fun school.
The best thing about Lincoln is we get to make friends and learn about cool stuff and play.
The best thing about the school is that we get to have fun.
The best thing about the school is the funny teachers, the jump rope team, the continentals, the playground, and it's really fun. Lincoln rocks.
Lincoln is a wonderful place for students to learn. We have great teachers. The kids are so respectful and they enjoy being here. I've taken some time to show you some of the physical things that you can help us with, but my biggest desire is for your prayers. We have a big need for attendance. For various reasons, our children aren't here, and it's not their fault, but we just need you to pray that our parents remain strong and that they can get the kids here on time so that they're in school and ready to learn. People don't realize how much small acts can really make a difference, but just last Friday we had a man come into our office. He had read the article in the Lawton Constitution about Centenary donating the fans at the beginning of the school year, and he wrote us a check for $500 just because of what Centenary did. We thank you so much for everything you help us attain through your time and your efforts, and most of all through your prayers. Please feel free to come by and visit us anytime. We'd love to open our doors to you and show you some of the great things going on right here at Lincoln Elementary.